Welcome, dear listeners. Today, we're exploring a powerful truth. The more I learn, the better I become. Learning isn't just about books or classrooms. It's about growing every single day. Every new skill, idea, or experience we gain helps us see the world differently and understand ourselves more deeply. When we learn, we build confidence, make wiser choices, and open doors to endless possibilities. Learning transforms not only our minds but also our hearts. It helps us handle challenges, connect with others, and become stronger, kinder, and wiser human beings. In this episode, we'll discover why learning never truly ends, and how each lesson, no matter how small, can make us a better version of ourselves. So, stay tuned, open your mind, and let's grow together. Because the more we learn, the better we all become. Learning is a lifelong journey. It doesn't stop when we finish school, get a job, or achieve a certain goal. In fact, the more we learn, the more we realize how much more there is to discover. Learning shapes our thoughts, improves our actions, and opens our minds to new possibilities. The simple truth is this: the more I learn, the better I become. Every bit of knowledge I gain transforms me, making me wiser, stronger, and more capable of living a meaningful life. When I learn something new, my mind opens a little wider. Knowledge helps me see the world from different perspectives. For example, when I learn about different cultures, I start to understand why people act or think differently. When I read history, I understand why the present world is the way it is. When I learn science, I realize the beauty and complexity of nature. Learning transforms my view of life. It replaces ignorance with understanding and confusion with clarity. The human mind is like a garden. If I don't plant good seeds of knowledge, weeds of ignorance will take over. Learning allows me to grow intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. It gives me the ability to think critically, to ask questions, and to search for truth instead of accepting everything blindly. Each lesson learned, no matter how small, adds a new color to the painting of my mind. Knowledge is power, but it is also confidence. When I learn more, I feel more capable of handling life's challenges. For example, if I learn how to speak confidently in public, I can express my ideas clearly. If I learn how to manage money wisely, I can create a more stable future. If I learn how to control my emotions, I can face stress calmly and make better decisions. Ignorance often creates fear. We fear what we do not understand. But learning reduces that fear. When I understand something, I no longer feel helpless or insecure about it. Learning gives me a sense of control over my life. It helps me believe that no matter what happens, I can adapt, learn, and improve. That belief becomes the foundation of confidence. Every day, I make decisions, small ones like what to eat, and big ones like what career to choose or how to build relationships. The quality of my decisions depends on what I know. When I learn, I make choices based on knowledge rather than guesses. I can weigh options, analyze situations, and predict possible outcomes. Learning makes me wiser. For example, when I learn about healthy eating, I make better choices for my body. When I learn about emotional intelligence, I treat people with more empathy. When I study financial literacy, I manage my money responsibly. Learning doesn't just fill my mind, it guides my actions. The more I learn, the more I am able to shape my future intelligently. Learning isn't just about gaining facts. It's also about growing as a person. When I learn from experiences, books, and people, I develop patience, humility, and gratitude. For instance, when I fail at something and learn from that failure, I become more resilient. When I listen to other stories, I become more compassionate. When I study the lives of great people, I am inspired to be more disciplined and kind. Every experience teaches me something. Even pain and disappointment can be my teachers. When I learn from my mistakes, I stop blaming others and start taking responsibility. I learn to see failure not as an end, but as a lesson that helps me do better next time. This kind of learning builds character. It helps me become not just a smarter person, but also a better human being. One of the most beautiful things about learning is that it keeps my mind young. A curious mind never grows old. When I learn something new, I feel alive and excited. My curiosity keeps me moving forward, exploring new ideas and skills. Learning gives life meaning because it creates a sense of discovery. People who stop learning often feel stuck or bored. But when I keep learning, whether it's a language, a craft, or a new idea, I keep my spirit active. My curiosity leads me to try new things, meet new people, and find joy in growth. It reminds me that every day is a chance to become a better version of myself. When I learn more about communication, emotions, and human behavior, I become better at understanding others. Learning helps me become a good listener, a supportive friend, and a caring family member. It teaches me empathy, the ability to see the world through another person's eyes. For example, when I learn how to express myself clearly, I reduce misunderstandings. When I learn to manage anger or stress, I build more peaceful relationships. When I learn about forgiveness, I let go of grudges and open my heart to healing. Every lesson about love, respect, and patience helps me connect with people on a deeper level. So, as I grow in knowledge, my relationships grow stronger too. Every success story begins with learning. Whether in business, art, sports, or science, the people who succeed are those who never stop learning. Learning gives me the tools to improve my skills, overcome obstacles, and achieve my dreams. It teaches me persistence, the understanding that success takes time, effort, and continuous growth. When I learn from my mistakes, I turn failures into opportunities. When I study the strategies of successful people, I gain insights to apply in my own life. When I learn new skills, I increase my value in work and in society. Learning creates opportunities. It helps me turn potential into performance. Success is not luck. It's the result of learning, improving, and adapting. The more I learn, the better prepared I am to face challenges and seize opportunities that come my way. Learning is not just for personal gain. It also helps me contribute to others. When I learn something useful, I can share it to make someone else's life better. Teachers, doctors, engineers, artists, all of them use what they have learned to help society. In the same way, the more I learn, the more I can give. If I learn kindness, I can comfort others. If I learn wisdom, I can guide others. If I learn practical skills, I can solve problems in my community. Learning gives me the power to make a difference. It reminds me that knowledge is not meant to be kept, but to be shared. The best kind of learning is when I use my knowledge to lift others up. When I teach, help, or inspire someone, I realize that learning has a purpose beyond myself. It connects me to humanity. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. This awareness keeps me humble. It prevents arrogance and reminds me that learning is endless. No one knows everything, and no one ever will. Every person I meet has something to teach me, no matter their age, background, or experience. Humility allows me to keep learning. When I think I already know enough, I stop growing. But when I stay humble and curious, I stay open to new lessons. This mindset helps me become wiser and more balanced. True learners are always students of life, forever open to growth. Books, teachers, and courses are important, but some of the greatest lessons come from life itself. Every situation, good or bad, teaches me something valuable. Success teaches me gratitude. Failure teaches me resilience. Pain teaches me compassion. Love teaches me patience. Even silence teaches me peace. Learning from life requires awareness. It means reflecting on my experiences instead of rushing through them. It means asking, what can I learn from this moment? Instead of complaining. When I develop this mindset, every day becomes a classroom and every experience becomes a lesson. There's a deep joy in learning. It's not just about results. It's about the process of discovery. When I learn, I feel growth happening within me. My thoughts expand, my heart opens, and my soul feels alive. Learning gives me a sense of purpose because it means I am progressing. Whether I'm learning a new language, a musical instrument, or a life skill, the process gives me satisfaction. It doesn't matter if I master it quickly or slowly. The important thing is that I'm improving. Every small step counts. Learning brings happiness because it connects me to my potential to become better each day. I make learning a habit. Here are some simple ways I can do it. 1. Read daily. Books, articles, or even short essays can teach something new every day. 2. Ask questions. Curiosity leads to understanding. 3. Listen to others. Everyone has experiences that can teach valuable lessons. 4. Reflect on experiences. Think about what each day teaches. 5. Try new things. Every new activity or challenge is an opportunity to learn. 6. Learn from mistakes. Instead of regret, find lessons in failure. 7. Stay humble. Remember that learning never ends. When learning becomes a daily practice, growth becomes natural. Slowly but surely, I evolve into a wiser and stronger person. Knowledge sets me free. When I learn, I become less dependent on others for answers. I can think for myself, solve problems, and make informed decisions. Learning frees me from prejudice, fear, and manipulation because I understand the truth instead of being misled. Ignorance traps people in darkness, but learning lights the way. It empowers me to live with confidence, clarity, and self-respect. Education doesn't just teach facts. It teaches me how to live wisely. The more I learn, the freer I become. Learning has no final destination. Even when I reach a goal, there is always more to discover. Life changes constantly, and so must I. Technology, society, and knowledge evolve every day. To stay relevant and capable, I must keep learning. But more importantly, I must keep learning to stay human, to keep growing, loving, and understanding. Learning is not about perfection. It's about progress. Each day, I aim to be just a little better than yesterday. Over time, these small improvements build a strong, kind, and wise version of myself. When I look back on my journey, I see that every moment of learning, every book, every failure, every conversation has shaped me into who I am today. I am not perfect, but I am improving. And that's what matters most. The more I learn, the better I become, not only in knowledge, but also in heart, character, and spirit. Learning helps me grow beyond limits, overcome fear, and live with purpose. It teaches me to be humble, curious, and grateful for every experience. In the end, learning is the essence of becoming human. It's how I transform myself and the world around me. So I keep learning every day, from everyone, and from everything. Because with every lesson, I become a little better, a little wiser, and a little closer to my true potential. Thank you, dear listeners, for spending your time with me today and reflecting on the message. The more I learn, the better I become. I truly appreciate your presence, your curiosity, and your open heart. Remember, every lesson you learn, no matter how simple or small, has the power to change your life for the better. Keep learning, keep growing, and never stop believing in your ability to improve. Learning is a journey that never ends, and I'm grateful we can walk this path together, one thought, one story, and one discovery at a time. If today's episode inspired you, share it with someone who loves to grow, too. Until next time, keep your mind open and your spirit bright, because the more we learn, the better we all become.